Hello, bravs. We're back with more children's paranormal stories. This is Spooky Tricks by Rose Wyler and Gerald Ames. Pictures by Talivaldis, Stubis, and I Can Read book. Obviously, I have two editions, and I'm going to read the crappier one because that way, when I lay it flat, it doesn't ruin the spine of the odd cover. See? If it was already laid flat, I would probably do it, but Spooky Tricks. Craig Mackenzie owned it at one time. Scholastic Book Services. This book is sold subject to the condition that it shall not be resold, lent, or otherwise circulated in any binding or cover other than that which it is published. 1973, 5th printing. Contents: How to Be a Spook, page 5, Willie the Ghost, 24, Haunted House, 42. Oh my God, that's... The night is dark, and shadows creep around. Voices whisper in the gloom. Listen and shiver. This is a night of ghosts and spooks and scary magic. Who will do the magic? You will. You will do spooky tricks and scare everyone, even yourself. Are you ready? No. How to Be a Spook. You are full of holes. You are full of holes. Are you a real spook, or are you full of holes like a real spook? Let's see. Roll up a sheet of paper to make a tube. This is your magic X-ray machine. Hold up one hand beside the tube. Look through the tube with one eye, but keep your other eye open too. It seems there is a hole in your hand. There. You are a real spook. Your extra finger. You have an extra finger floating around in the air. How do you know? Hold your two first fingers a little in front of your eyes. Look past them toward the wall. What do you see floating before you? A finger with a nail at each end. This is your spook finger. Pin cushion thumb. Here's a trick to do for your friends. Tell them I can stick pins in myself because I am a spook. Hold out your fist with the thumbs pointing up. Place a handkerchief over your thumb. Stick a pin into your thumb. Stick more pins into your thumb. Then pull out the pins. Take away the handkerchief and your thumb is unharmed. The secret? Hide a carrot in your fist. Hold it up like a thumb. When you take away the handkerchief, hide the carrot in your fist again. Spooky hand. Place your hand flat on the table. Place a card under it, then push another card under it. Do this until 10 cards are under your hand. Say the magic word hocus pocus and slowly lift your hand. The cards come up with your hand. The trick? Put on a ring. Put a toothpick under it. The toothpick holds the first 2 cards and they hold the others. It's pretty tricky. Stop your pulse. Stick a match on a thumbtack, then set it on your wrist where the pulse beats. At each beat, blood goes into your hand. At each beat, the match shakes. Say hocus pocus, pulse stop, and the match is still. Say, now I am dead. Start again, pulse. The match starts shaking again. Now I am alive. The trick? Roll a handkerchief into a lump and put it under your arm. Press your arm against your side. The lump presses against your arm and stops the blood from going to your hand. Okay. Strange string. Say, only a spook can do this. Here are 2 strings. I will make them become one. Put the upper ends into your mouth. The other ends hang down. Chew the string. Make faces and roll your eyes. Take hold of a hanging end and pull it. Out comes the string in one long piece. The secret? Use one long string. Loop it with a very short one. Hide the loop with your thumb, as in the picture on page 16. Then put it in your mouth. Keep the short string in your mouth. Pull out the long one. Spooky handkerchief. Say, my handkerchief is spooky like me. A coin will pass through it. Hold up a coin between your finger and thumb. Cover it with your handkerchief. Pinch the handkerchief between your thumb and the coin. Flip the handkerchief back to show that the coin is still there. Then flip it forward. The coin seems to be inside the fold, but is it really behind the fold? Twist the handkerchief until the coin appears. It seems to go right through the handkerchief. Then unfold the handkerchief. There is no hole. Rising ring. Say, my ring can move by itself. It is spooky too. Drop the ring over a pencil. Say, hocus pocus. The ring slowly rises. Then it falls and rises again. The trick? Take a black thread, tie one end to your coat button, fix the other end under the eraser. No one will see the thread. If you lean back, the thread pulls tight and makes the ring rise. Lean forward and the ring falls. X-ray eyes. Tell your friends I can see through things with my X-ray eyes. I can read through folded paper. Have a pencil and a notepad ready. Say each person spell his name, and I will write it down. And each one spells his name right on a sheet from the pad. And each one spells his name right on a sheet. Oh, as each one spells his name right on a sheet from the pad. Fold each sheet and drop it into a bag. When all are in the bag, ask somebody to pick out a sheet. Stare at the folded paper, then say, I see that the name is John. When the paper is unfolded, the name on it is John. The trick? Pick one name, suppose it is John, and write that name on every sheet. Willie the Ghost. Tell your friends when I go spooky and I sometimes need a helper. I have a good one. My helper is a very small ghost. His name is Willie. Do you want to meet him? Willie writes a message. Call in a loud voice, Willie, Willie, do you hear me? Write a message on this sheet of paper. Then pick up the paper and say, let us see what Willie wrote. Heat the paper over a toaster. That seems like a great idea. Heat the paper over a toaster. Don't heat the paper over a toaster. Slowly, Willie's words appear. I am a good ghost. The trick? First write the message with lemon juice. Use a pen or a toothpick. Willie in a matchbox. Say Willie is so little, he sleeps in a matchbox. Lay the matchbox on your hand. Say, Willie, it's time to get up. Slowly bend your fingers down. The matchbox rises and stands up. Now it's bedtime. Go to bed, Willie. Straighten your fingers and the box lies down. The trick? Place the matchbox upside down on your hand. Pinch a little skin between the box and the cover. Creepy coin. Stand the glass upside down on 2 coins. Place a dime between the coins. Say, Willie, bring the dime to me. Scratch on the tablecloth with your fingernail. Scratch and scratch, the dime comes out from under the glass. This is all you do. The scratching moves the dime. Crazy. Willie plays ball. Put a ball on the table and say, Willie likes to play ball. Willie, give the ball a push. As your friends watch, the ball moves back and forth. The trick? Tie a thread to a ring. Place the ring under the tablecloth. Run the thread over and under the tablecloth, the tabletop. Put the ball on the ring. When you pull the thread, the ring moves the ball. Tricky. Willie ties a knot. Hold out a handkerchief by one corner. Say, I will tie a knot by magic. Then lift the lower corner and hold it in the same hand. Flip the handkerchief so it hangs down as before. No knot appears. Too bad. You try again. Still no knot appears. Oh dear, you say, I need Willie. Willie, help me. Please tie a knot. Flip the handkerchief once more and a knot appears in the lower corner. The trick? Tie a knot in one corner of the handkerchief. Hold this corner so you hide the knot. When you want the knot to appear, let the knotted corner drop down. Willie earns a nickel. Say, Willie, you are a good helper. I will give you a nickel. Rub the nickel on your sleeve and say, I must shine the nickel. Drop the nickel and pick it up. Rub it some more. Hold out your hand and say, "Here is your nickel, Willie." Then show that your hand is empty. Your other hand is empty too. Willie took his nickel. The trick, when you drop the nickel, pick it up with one hand. Keep it there, but pretend to shift it to the other hand. Then hold out the empty hand. As you do this, slip the nickel into your shirt. Willie takes a bow. Show a handkerchief with a knot in one corner. The knot hangs down in front of your hand. Say, "This is Willie the ghost. He is hiding in my handkerchief. Willie, see all the nice people?" Willie seems to hear you. For the knot rises. Say, "Bow to the people," and the knot bobs up and down. The trick, make a hole in the hem of a handkerchief. Push a short piece of wire into the hem. To make the knob bob up, press the end of the wire with your thumb. Candy for Willie. Hold up a paper cup so the bottom rests on your palm. Put a piece of candy in the cup. Say, "This is for Willie, the ghost." Willie, take your candy, cover the cup with a handkerchief, then uncover it, and turn the cup upside down. The candy is gone. The trick, make a hole in the bottom of the cup so the candy drops into your hand. That's pretty simple. Haunted house. Say, "Over this house I cast a spell. Hocus pocus, watch me well. Hocus pocus, watch and see. Things as scary as can be. Hocus pocus, danger and doom. Ghosts and spooks come into my room. Haunt the house, start the show. Hocus pocus. Hocus postage? Hocus pocus, ready, let's go. Ghosts on the wall. Draw a large picture of a ghost. Make him black with white eyes. Tell your friends to stare at the picture. They stare at it for a minute, then tell them to stare toward the wall. What do they see? They see the ghost, but now he is white. Their own eyes play a trick on them. Indeed they do. Mummy finger. Say, "Who do I have in this box?" A mummy's finger that I dug up in Egypt. Do not faint now. Open the box. It is packed with cotton. Push aside the cotton, and there is the mummy's finger. The trick, it is your own finger. You poke it into the box through a hole in the bottom. Electric cat. Meow. Show your cat and say, "I had a spooky kitten that became a spooky cat. She sparkles in the dark. Now what do you think of that?" Turn out the lights. The sparks jump up around your spooky cat. The trick, use a long-haired cat for this trick. Run a comb through the cat's fur. This charges the fur with electricity. I meant to do that to my stray cats outside. Sign of the spook. Show a lump of sugar and a pencil. Write the letter S on the sugar. Then drop the sugar into a glass of water. Say, "Sugar melt, letter S float up." Have a friend hold his hand over the glass. Then tell him to look at his hand. There on his palm is the S. It is the sign of the spook. Oh no. I'll tell you how that works. Oh, the trick. Press your finger on the S on the sugar. The S comes off on your finger. When you show your friend what to do, hold his hand and touch his palm with your finger. You better be swift in that little execution. This puts the S on his palm. Mixed up mummies. Show 2 matchboxes and 2 paper doll mummies. One mummy is orange, the other is gray. Put the orange mummy in a box. Mark the end of that box with an orange X. Put the gray mummy in the other box. Mark the end with a gray X. Cover the boxes with a cloth. Then uncover them and open them. The mummies have changed places. Before the trick, mark one end of each box. Mark a gray X on the orange mummy's box. Mark an orange X on the gray mummy's box. Keep these ends out of sight. As you uncover the boxes, turn them around so these ends show. Subterfuge. Disappearing girl. Show a large cardboard box and say, "Will some brave lady please come here? I will make her disappear." A brave girl comes up. Have her step into the box, put down the cover, wave your hands, and say some magic words. Then tip the box forward and lift the cover. The box is empty. This is how you fix the box. Cut around the bottom on 3 sides, then bend the bottom toward the front. Put a handle on the bottom. When the girl steps into the box, she is standing on the floor. When you tip the box forward, she pulls the bottom back. When you lift the cover, she is hidden behind the box. How does the girl know what to do? She practiced and practiced the trick with you. Floating boy. Say, for my last and biggest surprise, a boy will float before your eyes. Low bench is ready. It is covered with a sheet. 2 helpers stand waiting. Who will be the floating boy? A friend comes up. Suppose his name is John. Have him stand behind the bench. Your 2 helpers take the sheet. They hold it up before the bench. John is hidden behind the sheet. He lies down on the bench. The helpers cover him with the sheet. Only his head and feet show. Wave your hands over John. Say, rise, rise, and John floats up into the air. The picture shows how the trick is done. 2 sticks with shoes on the ends are hidden under the sheet. When John lies down, he knows what to do. He keeps his feet on the floor and takes hold of the 2 sticks. Then he slowly stands up. As he stands, he lifts the sticks. Take off the sheet, and everybody laughs. The spell is broken. The ghosts all go. This is the end of the spooky show. Blue. This is a night of ghosts and spooks and scary magic. Who will do the magic? You will. You will do spooky tricks and scare everyone, even yourself. Are you ready?